right, listen, I wanted to talk about this here today because prior to this event, I did say like 45 times, and I made it clear, if there is OC Story, I would not be hyped for it. I don't think OC Story, personally, can exist as a live stream, but I want to backtrack 15%. I don't know. It's a good amount. I want to backtrack and re-talk about that. But this event, so I tried the storyline. I tried the entire chapter. You can see I kind of finished it here. A big L for everyone, though, just to confirm this, because I kept getting this comment. Yeah, Chief, if you're looking for 30 more gems, nope. You got 30 gems in the update from other stuff, but if you're looking for this, it's not there. It's 95%, which is a huge L, but it's common. I think everyone expected this. It's just how they handle it. It's like with everything, it's only... what is it, 95% after they finish, or 98%? But yeah, that's how they did it with this one too. So you have to wait for the second chapter in order to fill that out, which is, it's kind of garbage, but hey, they always do that. But I want to talk about this here today. So, OC Story, right? This is something that we've hated on. People have hated on. So many people have hated on. I gotta say, from everything they kind of did and everything they released here. So first, Roxy, great character, great kit. She revives a lot of characters, and she makes human team very strong. She is a DPS character that can freaking shred. Well done character, not like some useless character when they made Freya. They made Freya, and later they backtracked and made her into the Nidhogg unit, but there was no reason to make her so restricted to Ragnarok team only when they don't release any Ragnarok unit to help out Ragnarok team. That team is just left to die, okay? They released this character. They did a little bit better. Her stats aren't terrible. They're very good in the way that she can actually do damage. She's also not restricted to anything other than human team, which, again, it's perfectly fine because there's endless humans to get, and there's endless things in the future that we know will be humans. So the character itself was well done. Now, the story. Listen, all right? I know that we're currently hating on that Marvel for the PvE content, and I understand that that sucks. It does. I agree with you. But they definitely handled the story very well, and I will try my best to maintain any spoilers out of this video, so just keep that in mind. I won't spoil anything, but this is shown to you on the stream, and it is shown to you as you load up the game, so it's not a spoiler, but there are 4 new villains. These are the 4 new villains, right? And as you play through this event, you get introduced to the first villain, which is the one that is, you know, out of the outline, out of the silhouette. It's actually a full model in game, right? But these characters are the new big baddie to the story. They're the new ones you have to go and fight, and they're the ones that are the antagonist of this entire story, and they introduced them just by showing us this image. So there's 4. There's one in the back right there. You can see the silhouette. There's one on the left and one on the right. The left one looks similar to like Easton, and both the left and right have a similar vibe to Easton. The front one looks definitely like Lilia, but they made 4 more characters that are probably going to be waifu characters, and people are going to summon for. But they're also most likely going to make these summonable characters in the future. Look at Freya. Okay, Freya was a character that how long people waited for, and they died for that character. So most likely all 4 of these will be summonable later on as time progresses, but damn, they did good on the artwork and everything like that. And the story does have a crap ton of effort put into it. Though again, you know, they keep putting effort in weird areas when they could definitely put it into trying to make some PvE content. Yes, Labyrinth is great. Yes, that's there. Yes, they've been doing a few good changes here and there. But overall, I think with the OC story, and as they've been saying that they're going to take the OC assets and take what they have planned with it. I also will throw up some gameplay of the event here for you. And nothing spoilers, it's literally the first mission. But listen, they can do so much with this. There's so many character types or characters that get introduced. They can take these villains, throw them in a boss area. They can do so much with all of the OC stuff and turn that into something pretty good for the game as a PvE content, right? You have your PvE content for Ragnarok, that garbage that is the demonic beast. Go form the demonic beast when you need it. You now can go and get your own PvE content side from what the OC story is. The OC story has its entire universe, has its entire storyline. It has all of that little content, like they add some sort of boss, some sort of like horde type thing. I don't know, something they do with it. That's there. And then you have the main 7 deadly stuff, which is there, right? So you have 3 different areas of it. They can definitely do that properly, where they can give you content for this constantly as more PvE content, not just the story chapter update like that, some sort of core aspect. They can maintain their demonic beast as they are, and they maintain their main story as they are. There's so much potential to be had with this. It's just if they don't fumble it, which they're known for fumbling. So what do we do here? The story itself, though, was very well done. And so the first thing you'll notice right away, they didn't dub it, which is very sad. There is no voice acting of any sort. It's just grunting, and I guess that's it. Like, literally, there's no voice acting, which is a huge L. It's mainly just, again, as mentioned, you just have to read the text. It just pops up as that. So it's like subtitled, but no actual voice or anything, which sucks. But I guess they just did that to keep the cost low, or they will dub it at one time later on. I don't know what they're gonna do there. I believe Ragnarok and main story is fully dubbed, but this wasn't, so huge L again. Still, it is the case, but from the cutscenes, from the gameplay, from everything, the character design, they put a decent amount of effort in this, and I did really enjoy the story for what it was. Personally, I told you I wasn't going to be hyped for it, and after playing it, I felt that they did pretty damn good, okay? They allowed, like, the first chapter to be the part where Awakened Roxy shows up, and it was very well done in how they conveyed that story and how they did everything there. They also gave us a little backstory of Valenti. They also gave us backstory of Roxy, and that all looks sick. Character design of the new villain is pretty sick. The little story of the connection, you'd think, like, you know, that Halloween event was garbage, but they connected it pretty well. Like, that ending of that Halloween event now makes sense here. Those few little dots in the Halloween event now make sense here. So it was pretty good in how they did everything. Though, if they were to take it a step further and put, like, some sort of PvE content around the OC universe, there is potential to be had. You have these 4 villains. Let's say one of them is not a summonable unit, and they make that the permanent boss, or they all are still summonable. So don't panic about that. Who knows? But they make them like a rotation boss. Every week there's a new rotation boss. It rotates constantly, and you just get one boss. You verse them. It gives you mats, gives you these materials every single week, and you gotta farm it as a new daily or something like that. It would be pretty fun, okay? And then it rotates and it gives you a new strategy every week, and you have to form the OC team this week, Ragnarok team this week. Yes, Devnos mentioned that, oh, we have some plans for something cool. It's like, listen, there's so much potential to be had here. Originally with Ragnarok, we're like, oh, they're gonna take these bosses and turn them into this, and literally all they did for Ragnarok was release Demonic Beast, which, it's great and all, but like, that was the PvE content you got. So, there is a lot of potential to be had here if it's done right. The story was very well kind of put together. The effort, if you will, put into this is very good. If they were to step it up a notch, there is a lot to be had with this entire story, because you can see they could take a character that a lot of people didn't care for. Not that many people cared for Roxy that much, and they took this character, cut off a little bit, if you catch my drift here, and everyone was like, oh my god, look at that, and they wanted to summon. So, you know what I'm referring to, but that was the case, right? There's a lot of potential if they do it properly. And again, they are good at making characters look nice and look great, and all of the content that they could take from what they've made already. There's characters already introduced here. There's more enemy types that were introduced also in the desert sequence that happens, which is also really sick. So there is a lot to take from, and they can turn it into something good, okay? From what I played, definitely enjoyed it. There is no voice acting, which does suck, takes away from the immersion. But overall, I think that if they were to do it properly, this is cool, and this will be a pretty nice thing to extend the game's life, because you will be able to give a break to the main story. You won't end the main story so fast, because you'll have this kickoff, you'll have a collab kickoff, you'll then go into like Ragnarok, you'll then go into like the OC, or rather the regular story, the 7 Deadly Sins stuff, then make a rotation back, you do the OC stuff, then Ragnarok, and then boom, back to the main story, and then a collab, and do it that way, right? So it extends the game's life too. It's a lot of potential. It's off the net marble, and they can definitely fumble the bag, as they've done multiple times, so we'll see how they do it. But my entire breakdown of the story, it's very well done, very cool. I did like it a ton, and from everything that I saw, it's pretty short though, which is true, but from what I played, very nice. So you'll enjoy it when it hits global. It is pretty cool, but with it, just want to talk about that here today, that there is a lot they can do with this if they choose to. Otherwise, you're stuck with low maintenance PvE content. Yeah.